I'm Will,
And I'm Chelsea,
and we are
the
the Evans.
Evans. Today we're giving you guys some couples content. Obviously, we are not licensed therapists and in no shape or form professionals, but we want to give you guys some content based on our experiences and our journey.
So, without further ado, let's get into the content of the day.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think I want to know a man's perspective on this because I feel like this is like the question of the century. Everybody wants to always know. So, like, how do men think about getting intimate on the first date? So, is
Mm.
that an indication that he doesn't like you, or is that an indication that he did like you? If he's
Wanting to be
trying,
intimate?
yeah, or is that something that you do? Men genuinely believe it's a connection thing. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, you know what I mean?
Um,
How do you guys look at that? Or are you thinking like if she's willing to give it up on the first date, that's a red flag for you guys?
no, I think men, we look at it like, if it happens, cool. If not, like, I think men, there are some men that will judge a woman, but they typically already judging you based on how you're acting on the date. So if she's acting like she's one of those type of women and then she gives it up on the first date too, you already know what type of woman this is. He's probably going to lose interest. But if she gives it up on the first date, but he sees that she carries herself and represents him the way he wants to be represented and carries herself like the woman that he values, um, giving it up on the first date is not going to change his opinion of you that much. It may like make him, it may make him like you more because he's like, you're not playing games with me, and I actually do like you.
Okay.
So it all depends on who the woman is, and I wouldn't say to just give it up on the first date. I would never advise that. Men like to chase things. Men like to hunt. We're naturally hunters, so we want to be able to chase and then catch it and feel like it took me a long time to get this, but it was worth it. There's a saying that anything worth having is worth waiting for. Um,
Absolutely.
so a man will wait if he's truly interested in you, but it's not going to deter him. If he was interested in you before, giving up on first date, he's not going to be deterred by that necessarily.
I think it goes to, I guess, like how it happens as well,
Yeah,
because I feel like if a man truly values you, he's not going to put you in the position, even on the first date, to maybe even
no,
have that happen.
no,
So it's like, okay, well, if he's, if you guys go out to a beautiful restaurant and then, he drops you off at home and, kisses you goodnight
yeah.
type thing, you kind of didn't have that opportunity to have that present itself. So I feel like,
You know what it is? I think a man, you'll know because he won't make you feel pressure. You won't feel the pressure as a woman to do anything.
that's a good
you
way to
know
put it.
so you'll know if he's actually interested in you, if you want to give it up, and he's not making you feel like you have to give it up because of what he did for you. Now if he's making you feel like you have to give it up, you got that feeling like, dang, I feel like he's like kind of making me feel like I should give him some because of all he did on our date tonight, then he's probably not interested in you. He's doing all this on the date to get that.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that pressure feeling in your heart or in your stomach, where it's like, dang, I feel like I'm like guilty if I don't give him none. If you don't have that feeling, then he's probably being genuine with you, and that's your choice at that point as an adult to do what you want to do.
Yeah, I feel like if you present yourself as a valuable woman, he's not going to feel too comfortable just coming and asking you for you to drop your drawers.
No, yeah, yeah,
I think that
I agree.
I believe that it's strongly about how it happens, the
Yes,
environment, the way it happens. It's not feeling, like you said, the pressure
yeah,
on either or part, because I know some women can be a little pressure, too, applying pressure. So I think that if it happens, it should be, I mean, we're all grown. I think it
mm,
does happen. And there's people who have successful marriages who ended up, being
yeah,
intimate on the first night. And then, so I just think that is,
yeah.
but I just want to know from a man's perspective if they think that it's just automatic and no. Because I've heard that with
No,
men before, like, oh, she gave it up on the first night. She's,
nah, he was already thinking that about her before. If a man says that, he already felt that way about that woman before she
yeah.
gave it up. And that's just his excuse. That was like the icing on the cake. Like, and she gave it up on the first night.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Got
not
it.
like, oh, she gave it up on the first night, so I can't. But it all depends on how she carries herself. If you're out and she seems a little too loose on the date, and she's being a little too extra, and she had 8 shots on the first date. You had 8 shots with a man that you don't even know, or you had 3, 4 drinks, and I'm talking about big drinks, and it's our first date. You don't know me, and then you like, yeah, I want to give it up on the first night too. Yeah, that's gonna be some red flags, but that's like a symptom of the sickness. It's not the actual sickness. It's like just a symptom. Like she gave it up on the first night on top of all this other stuff. The way she was acting tonight, it showed me what kind of woman I'm dealing with, and I don't want nothing serious. I'm not interested in this woman anymore.